Hello and welcome you back to Ninachalo Polytechnic video lecture classes in automobile engineering. I am your faculty Deepankar Ghosh. In today's video, we will going to discuss about the fuel feed pump which is used in diesel engine and about the injector which is also used in diesel engine fuel supply system. As we know, the components which are used in diesel engine fuel supply system are starting from tank, thereafter we are having the fuel feed pump, fuel filter, high pressure injection pump, injector and the combustion chamber. So let us discuss about the fuel feed pump, and in the screen what you are finding, that is a AC mechanical fuel pump which is shared in the screen. So here in the fuel pump, it is bolted to the engine block or crankcase. And what is the reason to use this fuel feed pump? As we all know, the engine position and the tank. The tank is placed near below the frame, and the engine is fastened above the frame. So we need, and it is having near about 5 to 6 feet at least distance for the safety reasons, as per the safety reason. So a device which must be required that might be suck the oil from the tank and deliver it to the engine, diesel engine fuel supply system. Here the fuel feed pump used for the diesel engine is similar to that of a fuel lift pump for the petrol engine. It delivers the fuel from the tank to the injection pump continuously and at a reasonable pressure. It is necessary because there is possibility of formation of vapor bubbles and subsequently cavitation in the pump due to suction of the rapid moving plungers of the injection pump. This would lead to under control variation in the rate of delivery of the fuel to the cylinders, causing rough running and possibly even mechanical damage to the engine. As the figure shows, here you can find in the figure shows a diaphragm type mechanical pump is there. Here we are having a cam which is rotated. Here it is the rocker arm. Here we are having a pivot, and here we are having a chamber, and this one is your diaphragm, and this one is your pull rod, and we are having a spring under it. The main components which is having the suction valve, here this one is suction valve and that is the output valve or pressure valve. So this is the cover of this pump, and here where the fuel is in, that is the intake of the fuel from the tank, and that is the outlet to the other system of fuel feeding system. So these are all about the construction of this pump. So now we will when this cam is get rotated, so the diaphragm is moving up and down like that. That is having a linear motion. So as that is the place where the suction, now you can see that the place of the suction valve and the position of the pressure valve. When this diaphragm is moving downward, it sucks both the valve. At that time, this valve is get open and this pressure valve is get closed. So we can say the fuel is enter into this chamber. And when the when the cam is again rotated, when it is moved up, then also it pushes both the valves. Here this valve is get closed and this pressure valve is get open, so that whatever fuel which is inside this chamber is pressurized to force it out to the other parts of this. As the cam rotates, it operates the rocker arm, which is in turn pushes the diaphragm up and down. Here up and down. The downward movement of this diaphragm sucks the fuel through the strainer and from the fuel tank. The upward movement of this diaphragm pushes the fuel up, which causes the inlet valve to close and outlet valve to open. The fuel through the outlet valve goes to the other parts of the fuel supply system. So this is all about, yes, this diaphragm is moving upward and downward by due to the rotation of this cam. So we are naming this pump as a AC mechanical type fuel feed pump. So the very clear, it is very clear, it is suck. If it is asked for 2 marks, you can easily say that we can say that the fuel feed pump is necessary because of it will suck the oil from the fuel tank and supply it to other devices of the fuel feeding system. So this is all about your fuel feed pumps. Now let us discuss about the last device, which is mainly your fuel injector. So here this is the diagram of the fuel injector. So let's discuss about the fuel discourse. The purpose of the fuel injector is to inject a small volume of fuel in a fine spray and to assist in bringing each droplet into contact with sufficient oxygen to provide quick and complete combustion. So before that, the injector, we are having a fuel injection pump, and the fuel injection pump is not in our syllabus. So here the main function of this, here you can see here, when this diesel is spray, it should the device function is to convert every droplet of the diesel fuel into a fine spray, so that atmospheric oxygen should be well mixed and complete combustion should be takes place. Actually, here you can see in the diagram, it consists of a needle valve which is pressure on its seat in the nozzle by a plunger or spindle. A compression spring controls the pressure upon the plunger by which the needle valve opens. A nozzle is attached to the body. A nozzle is attached to the body of the injector by a cap nut. Here we are having a cap nut in the outer cover. The fuel enters the nozzle through drilling in the injector body. The fuel may pass from a gallery down the side of the lower part of the needle valve, or it may enter an annular groove in the nozzle and then passes through the drills to a point just above the nozzle seat. The body or the nozzle holder provides access for the fuel and outlet for the fuel that leaks into the area occupied by the spring. So now we will go to discuss about the function. What is the function of the injector, or sometimes it is also known as atomizer. Here, when the nozzle valve is raised from its seat by pressure of the fuel acting on the conical or stepped force of the valve, the injection of the fuel takes place. So here how the injection takes place. When the injector pressure falls below the spring pressure, the valve closes. This action tends to set up an oscillation of the valve during each injection and consequently breaks the fuel into small particles. Fuel leakage part, the needle valve steam enters the upper part of the injection and it is returned to the pump suction chamber to the fuel tank. So basically this is the main function of the injector. So it atomized and vaporized the fuel in droplets. So every droplet is converted into a fine spray, so to maximum contact with the air contact, so that atmospheric oxygen which well mixed with this fuel particle and which delivers a complete combustion of the combustion inside the combustion chamber. And what is the timing of that injection? So during compression stroke, when the piston is moving towards the BDC, in suction stroke it sucks the air from the atmosphere, and during compression, end of the compression stroke, the piston is moving towards the TDC, and when it just reach at TDC, in that particular time, if the injector sprays the diesel fuel onto the combustion chamber. So that is the timing for the injection, and at that time of the injection, every droplet of the fuel is converted into a fine spray to maximize the air and fuel composition, so that when this at that time the air is hot, and when the diesel fuel is immediately sprays onto the hot air. So at that time what's happened? Due to that, the combustion takes place easily and quickly, both. So it is the main function of the injector or atomizer. So this is all about the fuel feed pump and the atomizer. Thank you.